So basketball's most important proverbs are not written in any rule book, and they don't always come from who you'd expect. There's ball don't lie, thanks to the poet laureate Rasheed Wallace. There's practice, we're talking about practice, thanks to our greatest living American, Allen Iverson. And from Latrell Sprewell, quote, "I've got a family to feed," spoken as he turned down $21 million in a contract offer. And then, of course, there is Kevin Garnett's masterpiece, which, I mean, only he can do it justice.
So hyped right now. Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
When KG screamed, "Anything is possible," back in 2008, he had no idea that in the decade plus that followed in the NBA, that would actually become true. There was the rise of positionless basketball, the change in the geometry of the court as it began to extend well past the three-point line. Unicorns would come to stampede across the land. Big men shooting threes, perimeter players leading their teams in rebounding. 50-point games used to be rare orchids. Now, at the increased pace of the game, they grow like dandelions. We've had 4 in the past month alone. And so, of course, now, in this totally different basketball universe where so many of the previous laws of physics just don't apply, we regularly see James Harden delivering 4-point plays like he's getting out of bed. Here he was, working against poor Nasir Little at the start of last night's game, and a little later in the half, yeah, I mean, look, James Harden is not interested in your double team, thank you. Remember when Tracy McGrady was on this show during training camp and said he wouldn't be surprised if Harden averaged 40 a game this season? We'll get to that a little later, but James is averaging 39.2 at the moment, and his shooting percentages still haven't quite rounded into the form they were in last season, which should terrify basically everyone. After the game, Russell Westbrook made headlines when he chided NBA fans for, quote, normalizing Harden's greatness. Personally, though, it's what Mike D'Antoni said afterward that caught my ear.
It's unbelievable. No, I've lost for words. I mean, you know what he does. You can't do that.
You can't, yeah, that's basically everyone's reaction. D'Antoni is right. Harden took the three-point line that Steph Curry broke and has been using the pieces like balled up shreds of paper you or I might launch into an office trash can. Right now, Harden actually misses more three-pointers than anyone else in the NBA is even attempting.
Wow.
That's insane. Still, it's important to note that he's not the only one who is running amok in this anything is possible world. Did you see Luka Doncic last night? 42 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists. That is his 6th triple-double in the Mavericks' 13 games so far this season. And again, 42 points. The only person other than him to knock in a 40-point-plus triple-double before he turned 21 years old is LeBron James. So that's some company. Luka was off to a monster start to the game. He hit 17 guys in the first quarter alone. Yeah, just a little of that. And he finished with plenty of fire, too, dropping in this 3 to seal the win for Dallas. Honestly, Luka's rebounding has been just as impressive as his scoring on this run. Check out this sequence against Cleveland. He defends Tristan Thompson, bigger than him, gets the board, initiates the offense, gets the board again, kicks it out to Hardaway Jr., and when there's nothing doing there, Luka's just going to drain the 3 himself. I mean, come on. Again, the way today's NBA works lends itself more to all of this. With more spacing on the floor, guys like Luka can have more cracks at rebounding in the first place. But getting to watch Luka take advantage of all of it, along with everything else, has been just, well, phenomenal, in the words of Rick Carlisle.
This guy can do anything he wants to on a basketball court. And, you know, he's having just one of those magical runs right now. And, It's a phenomenal thing to watch. It's a phenomenal thing to be a part of. And, you know, his teammates, we're all just, kind of along for the ride here.
This really is such a truly fun time to be an NBA fan. Every time you turn on the TV, something magic can happen. Anything is truly possible. It's only November. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.